Hello and welcome back to another Multiversus gameplay, where this time I will be playing Tom and Jerry. Now, there's this idea in a lot of competitive games, especially platform fighters, that the correct answer at any given point to improving is just picking a top tier. So that's what I'm doing today. Tom and Jerry is just a fantastic character in Multiverse. If you haven't watched Void play this character and some of the insane shenanigans and combos he's able to do, please go check him out. Certainly one of the best, if not the best, Tom and Jerry right now. Actually won EVO with the character, as well as a couple very early Multiversus tournaments, and continues to dominate. But I picked up Tom and Jerry, currently my main in this game. Shortly thereafter, very inspired by Void. And this character can really do it all. In a game where stocks are flying off the shelves, Tom and Jerry really holds his own in the meta and has the ability to spar quite fantastically with his opponents. Unless you're on Scooby's Haunted Mansion, which Harley Quinn gets a few cheeky kills there. But Tom and Jerry really has everything you need in a character. He has the insane aerials that you're looking for in a top tier, with his down air and his up air just being huge moves that kill, combo, rack up damage, the whole 9 yards. He has these incredible projectiles for zoning, with shenanigans of reflecting projectiles with the tennis racket, shooting Jerry into loops with teir, and just fantastic recovery because both of his down airs and up airs will stall him in the air. So actually, horizontal recovery just by down airing has some incredible drift. Now, you'll see in this game, one area that Tom and Jerry can struggle in is when the opponent rushes down. It can be sometimes easy to overwhelm Tom and Jerry. A lot of his good power relies in just a moment or two of space where you can set up a Jerry across the stage, shoot some tennis balls, and then hit them with the racket, because tennis balls themselves just do 1% when shot at the opponent, but after Jerry hits them back to you and you reflect them, they start doing, I think it's like 10%. It's really quite a lot, and it kills at like 120. So just such a strong option. But rushdown characters like Harley Quinn, like Aria, can sometimes get in Tom and Jerry's space and make it difficult to get a lot of those setups, and then you have to spar with your side attack hammers and those dares and airs. So it's who can space better. And you see with that edge guard, Harley Quinn was spacing better, but chose to jump over the edge. Other than that, the only real negative for Tom and Jerry is that sometimes it can be hard to secure just that killing blow. It's really up air and dare. You can get like a fair off the side, shooting Jerry off stage will get the kill, and then there's a few cheeky fishing rod sweet spots I've seen, but for the most part you're either trying to combo into a dare or an up air at like 120, 130, 140, or just get the nice clean edge guard off the side. That'll do it too. So able to bounce back from that game 1 lost, game 2, so we have game 3 against this Harley Quinn, and kind of just able to zone a lot better in the first game, keep Harley in disadvantage while racking up the percent. Definitely one area where Tom and Jerry shines a lot is just hit after hit, racking on percent, and getting that sweet spot up air, killing at 70 off the top is always nice. Especially on silly stages like Cromulons, with the walls on either side, you can do a lot with the tennis ball shooting back and forth horizontally, because it'll go 2, maybe 3 times, and even if they dodge the first or the second, maybe they're not ready for the third. Yeah, I would say one thing that Tom and Jerry needs to worry about, I definitely fall into this habit myself, is that there's a tendency to down air and disadvantage just because it is such a big box, hitbox rather. So the opponent can't challenge it directly, but if they aim to whiff right after, they can also get their early kills off the top. Now you see here, I'm in my second 1v1 match against an Iron Giant, and I actually think Tom does quite well against Iron Giant. Definitely taking over the meta a little bit as of late in both singles and doubles, just from those cheeky early kills and living to 170, 180 like almost always. But Tom is one of the characters that can infinite Iron Giant, so you can just 0 to death him and no muss no fuss. I am not so good at that, and the Iron Giants obviously are going for counterplay with the bolts, with air dodging away, down airs, and their command grabs, and just, yeah, killing it 90 mid-stage, because why not? But Tom is able to hang in there, fire back, and Tom's also, I think, a mid-weight, slightly on the heavier side, but I have no problem living to 130 most of the time with this character. And I think one thing that really helps in the Iron Giant matchup is your up tilt, or, yeah, the little ping-pong move with Jerry. It beats every landing option that Iron Giant has, and combos into either the hammers of fair, or an up air, a down air. So if you ever watch Void 0 to death in Iron Giant, it's up tilt, 2 hits of hammer, dare, shoot Jerry down, 2 hits of hammer, up tilt, ping pong. Like, yeah, he just brings them around the world. I find a lot of my games, especially against the better Iron Giants, they tend to go last hit, last stock, and then just due to his weight and how big those hitboxes are, you get a funny interaction that goes their way, and yeah, they end up taking it. I think one of the places that Iron Giant really shines is when he has the bolts, is able to armor just that last hit in a last hit, last stock situation, and then get the command grab or the falling side attack that just kills you off the side at 100. So I have tried to implement in my gameplay a lot more. Whenever I see Iron Giant bring out the bolts, I just run away, drop a TNT, hit it with the tennis racket, and then that takes away, 3 bolts right there. So definitely some solid counterplay for Tom and Jerry. And then, yeah, in terms of gameplay-wise, the plan for neutral is definitely shoot Jerry either close or far away. It kind of changes the interaction and the dynamic of neutral, but you can do some funny interactions with Jerry's cork. You can reflect that with the tennis racket. You can, obviously, the tennis balls are one of your better projectiles, but then when Tom's on his own, it's very strong to jump, drop TNT, and then swing the tennis racket, shooting the 3. Clearly his best single perk. I hope that they buff the fishing rod one, because it's not cutting it and he doesn't need the recovery, so it's currently a no-brainer, unless you're a fan of single TNT, but to each their own. And yeah, you really see the strength of Iron Giant there, just a rising up air off the side, killing when he wants to, and having no trouble with that. So that'll round out the 1v1 games. Tom and Jerry absolutely meta relevant, top 4 certainly, if not better. But when we go over to doubles, and we can see some gameplay from both me and my randomly queued partner here, but you'll really see that Tom shines just as much or more in doubles. This onslaught of projectiles is brutal. Most games you'll find that you're able to rack up 300, 400 damage. So even if you aren't getting those kills, which in this case Tom and Jerry has to get those kills, but if you're unable to find them, as long as you've got a teammate who's got strong kill power, yeah, you'll find your opponents are at 60, 70, 110 pretty quickly. Especially if your teammate is someone who enjoys going in and taking the brunt of the hits, like an Iron Giant, a Superman, even a Shaggy. That way you can kind of sit back, shoot Jerry, support with TNT, and then as soon as they start getting hit a little bit too much, you're able to come in, hit them with those dares, hit them with those up airs. Even just swinging hammers is a 4-hit combo. It does like 17%, and puts your opponent in disadvantage, which is really strong. You'll see right there, to finish this game, I was able to get a nice cheeky fishing rod kill. Always fun, and certainly relevant in certain matchups, especially when the opponent likes to throw projectiles off in the corner. Either an Iron Giant who doesn't want to approach, a Velma comes to mind, where they just want to sit there and shoot their speech bubbles. But we ran into a team of Batman Finn, which is quite interesting. Especially because Finn, obviously a lot more relevant in earlier Multiverse, has kind of died off, but still has some very quick combos that do quite a lot of damage, and then the backpack spin off the top, obviously still a killer. And I would say Batman has only gone up in the meta, just getting stronger and stronger, especially killing off the top like that. Characters that are able to just secure those stocks, especially early and quickly, really shining right now. But yeah, just a lot of back and forth. You'll see me and my Tom teammate are taking turns shooting Jerry, shooting tennis balls, getting dares. I actually got spiked there off the side, but my teammate was ready to spike the spiker, as it were. And yeah, just a fantastic way to secure game one. And then yeah, we had the Finn switch to an Arya. Definitely one of the characters I'm currently working on figuring out how to fight. Just the rush down, especially with that teleport move that just brings her to you, is so strong. And yeah, Tom's only bad disadvantage is right when he goes into it. If neutral has a chance to reset, or kind of you're both at a distance, Tom has no problem getting back. But yeah, when Arya just strings those like 0 to 80 combos and like here's a 50-50 to kill you off the top, yeah, it's just, it gets a little rough for sure. Yeah, I think Arya is only going up in the meta. Super strong and just has shenanigans. The only real downside is that Arya is quite light, so it's almost a Smash Ultimate Pichu situation. And you see that they were able to stock tank and just, yeah, absolutely hold us off. And then I'd love a chance to take a second and talk about the perks I use with Tom and Jerry. I use Make It Rain Dog, which increases the speed of your projectiles by 20%. Just really strong for Jerry, the dynamite. You're shooting projectiles, so it's worth it. And I believe 20% is some of the biggest buffs you can get from perks in general, so absolutely worth it there. I've been running triple jump just for those tech chases in the air. I'm thinking about switching off of it soon though, because I don't think you actually need it as much as I've been thinking you do. And for my third perk, I've been using That's Flammable Dock, which after you shoot an opponent with a projectile and then hit them with a melee attack, they light on fire for 1 second. Found it just a great way to increase your damage output, especially in those situations where they dodge away and reset neutral. I'm definitely thinking of switching that over to either the ice stacking perk or Lumpy Space Kick is something I've been using a lot. Just an extra 5% on aerials, especially when you're sparring so much in the air, is just really good. So now that I've played 2 different characters, I wanted to just kind of rank them as I go along. Tom and Jerry is going to be my tournament-ready character, while Garnet needs a little bit of work.